Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sanford Kahn here, business author, speaker. Welcome to this YouTube video entitled For Women Only, How to Tell If a Guy, a Man, is a Control Freak. Uh, if you get something from this video, and I certainly hope you do, appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel, hit the like symbol, that's the thumbs up, and leave a comment. So how do you tell if a guy's a control freak for women, okay? It's going to entail for you to step outside your comfort zone. Uh, Let me preface my remarks by saying, why do you date? Why do you date? Anybody, why do you date? You date for a very simple reason, very simple, paramount reason, to see if you want another date with that person. In other words, to get to know that person better. That's where judging whether a guy's a control freak is part of that, getting to know the other person better. So in order to get to know the other person better, you're going to have to stir the pot, stir the waters, cause a little turbulence. You're going to have to step outside your comfort zone a little. The same old niceties, that's okay, that's pleasant. But you really get to know somebody better. In this case, a woman getting to know a man better is when you stir the waters and cause some turbulence. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a simple trick. It's probably a better word, or strategy. Let me use the word strategy. You could use that's entertaining. It'll be something different for you to do, and it'll be able to tell if a guy's a control freak. So let me give you an equation to start off with. I have an engineering degree, so I think in terms of equations, okay? Money is equal to control. Money is equal to control. When a guy wants to be in control, he picks up all the expenses of dating. When you pick up all the when he picks up all the expenses of dating, in his mind, he's in control. It's an illusion, a mirage. He's not really in control, but he perceives that he's in control. He's holding like in football, the team that has the football, the offensive team, is really in control. He's the offensive team. He has the football. The football in this case, he has the money. He's picking up the expenses. He thinks or perceives that he's in control. In reality, he isn't, but his perception is his reality. So how can you tell if a guy is a control freak? Simple. This is just a test. You could come up with your own test. This is just an idea, okay? You go out to dinner. And the check comes. It's placed on the table somewhere. Let's say in the middle of the table. Well, then why don't you just lean over and take a look at it, and then look at the guy and say, look, I'd like to help out. I'd like to help out, get the tip or just get part of the bill. And then see how he reacts. If he reacts very aggressively in a negative manner, saying, no, I'll get it, the treat's on me, he wants to be in control. That's an indication he wants to be in control. If, on the other hand, someone like me, says, hey, that's great, I appreciate it very much, he's giving up control. He's not a control freak. You could use other tests. This is just one I came up with. But you're still going to have to step outside your comfort zone to stir up the waters, whatever test you use, okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with a guy being in control, if that's what you want. But I could tell you that if you want a guy to be continuously in control, you're not going to have too much say. And I found out, I know something about control. In a good relationship, control is like the tides. Let me get my hand up here. It goes back and forth. The tides go back and forth in a 24-hour period. Same thing in a good relationship with control. Control should go back and forth. In a good, healthy relationship, no one person should be in control. No one person. It should go back and forth. So if you want a guy to be continuously in control, that's fine. But it's probably going to become old, and you'll be suffocating in the relationship as time goes on. You'll be under, as one lady put it, I'll be under his thumb. I don't think you want to be under anybody's thumb. So come up with your own tests. I gave you one, a very simple one that you could easily use on a date when the bill comes, and you could see how the man reacts. But you could come up with your own. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That's not a good saying. I had a cat. I don't think that was a good saying. Anyways, come up with your own. I spoke long enough. Appreciate it. Like I said in the beginning, if you got something from this video, I certainly hope you did, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and the thumbs up, okay? See you again. And remember, in a good, healthy relationship, control flows back and forth. No one person should be in control all the time. Bye now.